Good evening, I'm Frankie Puckett, and this is my third grant that I received. It's a continuation of one I've started a couple of years ago, I think. This one's called Play-Based Learning and Exploring 2. Okay, so my project question and objectives were, how can I better serve my students to meet all of their learning needs? They learn so differently from this 5-year-old to that 5-year-old or that 9-year-old to that 9-year-old. They're all different. So I wanted something that could meet all of their um, basic requirements as far as reading, writing, math, play, teamwork, compassion, empathy, the whole gamut. So I wanted to touch on a little bit of play-based learning, which we know kids tend to want to do it if they think it's a game and they really don't understand that they're learning. So some of the games that I had gotten for this particular grant was a Connect 4, and I've used it in a couple of different scenarios. We got other literacy type games as well, and we wanted again to work on reading, writing, math, comprehension, fluency, and just being able to play a game. What I've learned this particular one is kids don't play a lot of board games. Another thing that I had gotten are these cubes that connect, and they have onset rhymes on them, so that way when the kids put them together, they can change out the onset part and leave the rhyme and just make different words as they go. We try to work on real words and nonsense words, that way they're able to understand that particular rhyme. As long as it's there, it says the same thing, just changing out some of the consonant letters. This one was a fun one. This is actually a wireless experts, to where we had a competition every other Friday. With this one, I would have either a small passage to read, they had to answer the questions, or I would call out various math problems for them to work on, such as 5 times 5, or for the harder one, 7 times 9. So they really had to think, and they were competitive, but they did really well. As you can notice, here are a few of the games that we used, and again, like I said, we used the Connect 4 to play, to spell, to reading comp, reading fluency. I would show a flashcard, and they would have to read the word in order to put their disc in, or they would have to answer a mental math problem. We tried to incorporate story math problems as well. We did a little bit of graphing questions on there as well. If you look, we have big dominoes, and we use those in a variety of ways. Like with this particular student, we added them. He would choose 2, we would add them together. My older students, we would pull 2 out, and they would have to multiply it. So they were able to be used, and we use them as regular dominoes as well to build things. On the other one, it's a cut and paste activity that I had printed off using the glue sticks that we got and some of the scissors that I had gotten from the previous grant, which is really good because it works on fine motor skills as well as hand-eye coordination. This one here is choices. I have a tub that says choices, and they got to draw it out, and they had to do whatever it said. And it was funny. Some of them really enjoyed it, while the others were a little bit more backwards and didn't want to get up and perform the activity that was requested. But after seeing the other ones do it, then my shyer ones came out of their shell a little bit and did a couple of them. This one is he had to do like 4 or 5 jumping jacks and then squat down 4 or 5 times. Here we are playing, I think that is the cube that has the questions on it, like how was your day? What was the best thing that happened today? What did you do last night? So they tossed it, and we talked about different things that they would answer. And you'd be surprised that some kids like, well, I didn't do anything at home, or I didn't get to work on my homework because I wasn't allowed, and different things like that. Again, we did the competitive gameplay where they had to answer questions. We built things. The hot dots they really liked because they were able to get that automatic instant feedback if they got the answer wrong or right. My little ones really liked this it's a turtle game. It's balanced. So they had to, if there was a 5, then they had to know that it took 5 turtles. Or if they used 2 turtles here and 3 turtles here, did that balance out? No, they had to have the exact same amount. So they really enjoyed that one as well. And the perfection game, this one, they finally got her there, but she did well. She ended up getting like 9 in there, I think, out of it. Okay. And again, here's some more photographs of some of the things. And if you look at the one in the middle, that is one of the girls performing one of the activities that they had to see if they could touch the door. She came kind of close, but not too close. And there's the choice cards that they got to choose from. Like I said, when we were doing this, we tried to work on different skills. The one that I focused with on my first grader was reading the Dulce sight words, and then addition to 20. And if you look, what we did worked. I mean, the multisensory approach to learning and making it game-based seemed to work with this particular kiddo. He went from 11 words to 29 words, from 10 addition problems to 16. So I think it's worked. I think it's helped, and I really appreciate you all allowing me to have this grant in order to give them some success. Thank you again. If there's anything else that you would like to know, just let me know. Like I said, I really enjoy using different things in my room to help the kids because, you know, we're not cookie cutter. What works for one doesn't work for the other. Thank you. If you have any questions, here's my email. I appreciate it. Thank you.